Have you ever wondered how inflation impacts the fire truck industry? Let's start with the initial purchase costs. Fire trucks are not your average vehicles. They're specialized machines equipped with advanced technologies and features designed for firefighting and emergency response. Now imagine the cost of all these elements in an inflationary environment. Inflation can ramp up the cost of materials, labor, and manufacturing. What does this mean? Well, it leads to an increase in the initial purchase price of fire trucks. So, if a fire department wants to buy a new truck, they would need to dish out more money due to the inflated costs. This can put a significant strain on their budget, especially if they were not prepared for these inflationary changes. So as we can see, inflation can significantly hike the initial costs of purchasing a fire truck. But the impact of inflation doesn't stop at the purchase, it also affects maintenance and repair costs. When it comes to maintaining fire trucks, the expenses can be quite significant. These highly specialized vehicles require custom replacement parts, bespoke equipment, and a skilled workforce for their upkeep. Inflation can drive up the cost of these elements, further stretching the budget of fire departments. For instance, the cost of raw materials used in manufacturing spare parts can rise due to inflation, translating into higher costs for replacement parts. Similarly, if the wages of skilled laborers increase due to inflation, the cost of labor for maintenance and repairs will also go up. And let's not forget about the specialized equipment needed for these tasks. The cost of such equipment is also subject to inflationary trends. Inflation, therefore, can considerably increase the costs of keeping fire trucks in serviceable condition. Inflation also influences the cost of integrating new technologies and innovations into fire trucks. As we march forward into an age of rapid technological advancement, the firefighting industry is no exception. Fire trucks are becoming more advanced, equipped with state-of-the-art technology and innovative features designed to improve safety and efficiency. But these advancements don't come without a price. Inflation can cause the cost of these new technologies to rise significantly. It's not just about purchasing these technologies, but also the cost of upgrading existing fleet and training personnel to use them. This can make keeping the fleet modern and efficient a costly affair. But remember, these investments are crucial to ensure the safety of firefighters and the communities they serve. Therefore, fire departments must anticipate these costs and plan for them in their budgeting process. In an inflationary environment, staying up to date with technology becomes a costly affair. Fuel and energy costs, a significant part of operational expenses, are not immune to inflation either. Let's delve into how this plays out. Fire trucks, like all vehicles, run on fuel. As inflation sets in, it can drive up the price of fuel. This directly translates into higher operational costs for fire departments. Imagine running a whole fleet of fire trucks. Even a slight increase in fuel prices can have a sizable impact on the overall budget. So, what's the solution? Fire departments might need to think about fuel-efficient technologies or even explore alternative energy sources. Think hybrids or electric fire trucks. While these might have higher upfront costs, they could lead to savings in the long run. Inflation, thus, can significantly impact the fuel economy of fire trucks. It's essential to consider these potential cost increases and plan for them in the budgeting process. Inflation's impact also trickles down to training, certification, and budgetary planning. As the cost of living rises, so does the cost of education and training. This means that the cost of training programs and certifications for firefighters may increase. Moreover, the ongoing expense of maintaining a skilled workforce capable of operating and maintaining the fire truck fleet could also see a surge. Budgetary considerations for fire departments are significantly influenced by these factors. Inflation can cause the costs associated with the purchase and maintenance of fire trucks to balloon, requiring departments to adjust their budgetary plans. Fire departments must be agile, continually reassessing their financial strategies to ensure they can meet these rising costs without compromising the safety and effectiveness of their services. It's a delicate balance, but one that can be achieved with careful financial planning and foresight. Inflation, hence, calls for careful financial planning and budgeting. Lastly, let's look at how inflation affects government funding and grants for fire departments. Inflation can have a significant impact on the financial resources made available to these crucial public services. As the cost of materials, labor, and equipment rises, the budgets allocated to fire departments may no longer suffice. This can put a strain on the ability of these departments to effectively carry out their mission of protecting communities. In such scenarios, fire departments may need to appeal for increased budgets. This isn't always a straightforward process, as it requires demonstrating the impact of inflation on operational costs and the potential risks to public safety. Alternatively, fire departments can seek additional grants. These can come from various sources such as government programs, private foundations, or corporate sponsors. However, the competition for grants can be fierce, and securing them requires considerable time and effort. As costs rise with inflation, departments may need to advocate for more funding. Inflation can influence the entire life cycle of fire trucks, from the initial purchase to ongoing maintenance and operation. It can raise the initial costs and the price of maintenance, updates in technology, fuel, and even training. Budgetary planning must account for these fluctuations, and sometimes additional funding or grants may be necessary. Understanding these impacts can help fire departments navigate these financial challenges. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.